Hello viewers, I'm Lygo and welcome back to episode 6 of My Life in Football Manager, and today we've got the season review and transfer special, and let's dive straight into it. Firstly, I just want to jump into the end of season review. This is something I forgot to do at the end of the last episode, so it's only when I continued in game we got to this. So, the first season review as Athlone Town manager, new arrivals, and as you can see it was a busy season in the transfer market, with mixed results really. Callum Nicell coming in from Farsley Celtic, played 8 games, averaged a 6.4, player that is showing quality but we're not able to get the best of. Michael McHugh came in from Shelbourne, averaging a 6.66 but has helped shore up the defence, so mixed feelings on that one. I think he's better than what the ratings are showing. Jason Hughes, 22 appearances, 6.7, brought some quality into the midfield. Thomas O'Connor played well, but faded out when we opted to strengthen the defence yet again. Mark Walsh came in right at the start, 6 goals, 5 assists. A decent season for him, only going to go on and get better I think. Jack Ryan played 10 games, 6.78 average. Mixed feelings on him. I think he's not a bad player. I think we've got better options though, and I think he suffers from that. Mikey Murphy only played the 1 game, couple of substitute appearances, did well when he came on, but I think similar to Jack Ryan, there's just better options ahead of him. Dave Mulcahy, 11 games, 6.95 average. 43-year-old, but definitely has strengthened the defence no end. And then we've got Tommy Holland and Josh Okpalopka, very much going to be 2 key players for us next season, both averaging over a 7. And then the youngster, and I presume that, signing of the season, 7 games, 5 substitute appearances, 5 goals, 1 assist. Very, very good half season, I suppose, for Sean Gavin. So the season results next. And as we saw in that last episode, 7th place finish, Lee Duffy top scorer. The board are delighted with a mid-table position, so very much overachieved this year. And then moments to remember, 6-2 drumming of Letterkenny in the Cup. Match to remember, beating Galway 2-1 away from home with a 95th minute winner from Lee Duffy. And then goal of the season, is there a way to see this? So it looks like there is a way to see this, not as simple as it used to be. Mulcahy winning the ball back, Gavin going on a storming run down this right hand side, inside to Nicell, finds its way back to Gavin, and then Neelan just unleashes from distance into the bottom corner. And at that point, bringing it back to 3-2 against Dundalk, I thought we were on to something there, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. So that was the goal of the season for us. Finances, unfortunately not looking that great. Looks like we've got a couple of new sponsors? Or are they just sponsorships that we have? I'm not sure there. No new sponsorship deals this year, so that's obviously what we had in place. No increase to the club's reputation. And then we sold a whopping 42 shirts, with Duffy, Walsh, Nicell, Lennon and Manning the key ones there. And despite a lot of rotation, this is what the best 11 looks like. Lawless in goal, Brooks, Okpalopka, Grogan and McHugh making up the back 4, Hughes anchoring the midfield with Cornelli and Manning ahead of him, and then a front 3 of Walsh, Duffy and Lennon. The one, I think, 1 maybe 2 changes I'd possibly make to that would be Grogan and Lawless. Lawless didn't have a bad season, I just wanted to try and bring more quality in. And then Mulcahy coming in for Grogan, I think he should probably be in the team of the season. Let's have a look at the accolades. So end of season awards, club awards, fans player of the season, Lee Duffy. That was always going to be. Young player of the season, Mark Walsh. Signing of the season, we've already seen Sean Gavin. And goal of the season going to Shane Neelan. I wanted to just jump back in at this point. We've ticked over to the 1st of January 2022. The contracts that were due to expire have all expired, and as you can see we've got a drastically reduced squad. We've got 1 trial ongoing at the moment. But I'm going to try and keep to a smaller squad this year. It'll help the finances, but also I think it'll improve the consistency and quality of the team that way as well. Also, just on the staff front, we have a new assistant manager. Actually, he's just signed today. So he's come in, and I'm also looking to bring in another scout and a director of football, just to have another body able to pass off some of the responsibilities and also really function as another scout as well with the director of football. But I'll continue on. Hopefully I'll have some more news on the transfers in the next part. So we arrive at the start of the season, and this is what the transfers are looking like. The final one that came in at the back end of last season was Dale Holland. He's come in as an attacking midfielder and played for Cork last year, and hoping that he can create some goals, score some goals himself and add some quality into the midfield. As you can see, they're the players that went out last year. And if we look at 2022, the players that have come in, Jack Thompson has come in on loan from Bolton, has already arranged a transfer to St Pat's Athletic on the 1st of July. He was rumoured in the media, so I brought him in on trial. He was allowed to come in and we agreed a loan deal, so he's here till the 1st of July. Conor Murphy is coming to be our replacement for Lee Duffy in that pressing forward role up front. Then we've got Cameron Power, who's come in as a left back. I had a bit of a struggle trying to get a decent quality left back, so we've got him and also another player, I think it is Pat Lockery. Yep, he's the one, another left back that's come in. Not the best of players, but hopefully both can do a good job at that left back role. Where were we? Scott Lynch was another player coming in competition at right back. Ben O'Riordan, didn't necessarily need him, but he's a 3-star quality centre back, 6 foot tall, strong and reasonably pacey at this level. So I brought him in. He was only €160 a week, so I thought it was decent enough signing. Also, he can play in that holding midfielder role, so gives a bit of versatility as well. Kyle Conway is the next midfielder, coming in as a natural Mazzala, so hopefully we can try and get a bit more productivity out of him. Joshua Honahan, another centre back. So you can see that we're really trying to strengthen that centre back area, keep a lot of, well, not a lot of clean sheets, but if we can just reduce the amount of goals that we conceded, that would immediately push us up the table. And then the final signing, another media rumoured one, Matt Healy, that's come in, another attacking midfielder. He's here till the end of the season, and the biggest bonus as well with him, as well as being one of the best players at the club, we're not paying him a penny. That's all from Ipswich, so a huge signing there. So if we have a look at the squad depth, it looks like this. As you can see, Lee Duffy has really dropped down in quality. Hopefully that's temporary. He's here till the end of the season on a reasonably big wage. Decided to keep him. He does offer a bit of versatility along the front three, so I'm not sure whether he's going to be the player he was. Hopefully he can be. But Conor Murphy comes in as best striker. Lee Duffy is that backup. Then we've got Shane Nealon and also the other young striker, O'Reilly. We've got quality on the left with Manning and Walsh. On the right, Walsh can also play there. Then we've seen Lennon show better potential than that 2.5-star rating, and also Sean Gavin as well. Strength in the midfield now with Healy, Holland, O'Riordan can also play in that centre midfield, but probably either play defensive midfield or at centre back. Manning can still play in there. Hughes can play a bit further forward. Holding midfield role, Mulcahy, O'Riordan, Hughes, Healy if necessary. We've got one more, Mikey Murphy stuck around. He's still on a non-contract, so can do a job if we're desperate. And then if we come and look at the defence, we've got Power and Lockray. Like I said, struggled to get anybody in at left back with any quality. Okpalokpo and Mulcahy still two the best centre backs, or Riordan or Honahan, and we also still have Kieran Grogan. I've tried to get rid of him. He's refusing to leave, and he's become massively unhappy. If I can get rid of him, still will do. He's only on €65 a week, so it's not the end of the world. And then plenty of quality at right back, and then Holland and Lawless in goal. So the squad, I think, is looking in a lot better shape than it was last year. And I've skipped the first game, so we'll come back for the second game of the season, because we played Cabinteely on the first day of the season, which is a repeat of last year. We didn't need to see that again, and especially considering we lost 2-1. Now, that was a game I think we should be winning. Whatever is going on there, Cabinteely seem to have our number. I'm going to put it down to not the best of pre-seasons. Maybe it was a mistake playing bigger teams trying to get some money in. But when the dynamics and the morale picks up, I think this team could be onto something this year. So what we'll do, we'll come back for the second game of the season, a competitive game against Shelbourne. It's going to be a difficult one. But if you've liked our transfers, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to see more videos of my life in Football Manager. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.